Looking at the insane amount of people Jason Voorhees has killed throughout the Friday the 13th series, 152 to be exact if you count a couple deleted scenes and don't count the remake, it's pretty safe to say that the guy has a few issues. Hello everybody, you're watching Tyler Soap and this is Diagnosing Jason Voorhees. Let's start with a condition Jason has had even before growing into a hockey mask wearing killer. Based on the flashbacks were shown in Friday the 13th, he was hydrocephalic. Hydrocephalus is a condition in which an abnormal accumulation of fluid in the cerebral ventricles causes enlargement of the skull and compression of the brain, destroying much of the neural tissue. Some common problems seen among hydrocephalic children are intellectual disability, facial deformity often involving spacing of the eyes, and an enlarged skull, all of which are shown in Jason. During the summer of 1957, when Jason himself attended Camp Crystal Lake, he was bullied a lot by the other campers, and it was probably mostly due to his condition. The bullies eventually throw Jason into the lake where he drowns, as the camp counselors were too busy bumping uglies to intervene. This brings us to a mental disorder Jason has, schizophrenia. Let me explain. Schizophrenia is a chronic and severe mental disorder that affects how a person thinks, feels, and behaves. People who have schizophrenia may hear voices, see things, or feel things that aren't really there. They believe their minds are being controlled by something other than themselves. Jason's schizophrenia is shown by how he seemingly communicates with his deceased mother. He believes that his mother Pamela Voorhees is telling him to murder those who go to Camp Crystal Lake because she feels that they are the ones responsible for Jason's drowning. Last but not least, Jason suffers from dissociative identity disorder. Dissociative identity disorder is a condition wherein a person's identity is fragmented into two or more distinct personality states. People with this condition are often victims of severe abuse and have had extreme trauma during early childhood. Jason, before finding his goalie mask, seemed calmer, clumsier, and more in tune with reality. But once the goalie mask is on, he becomes strong, unafraid, emotionally detached, disconnected from reality, and a mindless killer. With that being said, I believe Jason's initial killings in Friday the 13th Part 2 before finding his iconic mask are the cause of his dissociative identity disorder. The dissociative aspect of DID is thought to be a coping mechanism. The person disassociates themselves from an experience that's too violent, traumatic, or painful to assimilate with his conscious self. By wearing the mask, Jason is able to continually dissociate himself from his traumatic and violent acts of murdering campers. In conclusion, serial killer Jason Voorhees suffers from hydrocephalus, schizophrenia, as well as dissociative identity disorder. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe as I'll be continuing to diagnose fictional characters in the future. Thanks guys!